What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Raymel, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Tuesday, November 3rd, 2015, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Raymelo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Stephen Yang's name was noticeably absent from the opening credits of AMC's The Walking Dead for the first time since the pilot. The eagle-eyed viewers noticed the absence during Sunday's special 90-minute episode of the zombie drama, which focused solely on Lenny James's peace-loving character Morgan. Yang's name was also removed from the show's closing credits. The omission fuels further speculation surrounding the fate of Yang's character Glenn Rhee, one of the few original remaining characters to make it to Season 6. Glenn was last seen on the show October 25th after Michael Trainor's terrified character Nicholas decided to take his own life, bringing Glenn down with him into a crowd of zombies. The last shot of Glenn showed the fan-favorite hero screaming as the walkers appeared to eat him. Since then, fan speculations have run rampant online that Glenn may still be alive. Showrunner Scott Gimple released a statement regarding Glenn's alleged demise on AMC's Walking Dead analysis program, Talking Dead, cryptically stating, "In some way we will see Glenn, some version of Glenn, or parts of Glenn, again, either in flashbacks or in the current story to help complete the story." The Walking Dead airs Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on AMC. A trailer for AMC's upcoming series Preacher debuted during a commercial break on Sunday's edition of the cable television network's top-rated zombie drama The Walking Dead. Based on the 1990s comic book franchise created by Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon, the Sony Pictures Television and AMC Studios co-production was developed for the small screen by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg as showrunner Sam Catlin. AMC has ordered 10 one-hour episodes with an expected premiere date in mid-2016. The synopsis says, Preacher is the story of Jesse Custer, played by Dominic Cooper, a conflicted preacher in a small Texas town who is inhabited by a mysterious entity that allows him to develop a highly unconventional power. Jesse, his ex-girlfriend Tula, played by Ruth Negga, and an Irish vampire named Cassidy, played by Joseph Gilgun, embark on a journey to find God. Former One Life to Live and As the World Turns cast member Nathaniel Marston was involved in a weekend car crash that could leave him paralyzed from the neck down. Marston, in his 40s, suffered a broken neck and shoulder, collapsed lung, and fractured neck vertebrae in the collision Friday night near Reno, Nevada, the Rap.com reported. The circumstances of the incident were not immediately clear. His mother, Elizabeth Jackson, wrote in a Facebook post Saturday, "Please pray for my son Nathaniel Marston. He was in a car accident last night and is in the intensive care on life support. Back and neck broken in several places, other internal injuries. Please pray that he will recover and walk again." Jackson said investigators told her Marston was sober at the time of the crash. She offered an update early Sunday, revealing her son's doctors told her if he lives, he will be paralyzed from the neck down and will not breathe without a ventilator machine. Marston played Eddie Silva on As the World Turns and Michael McBain on One Life to Live. Actors Jamie Chung married actor Brian Greenberg and El Capitan Canyon in Santa Barbara this weekend. Us Weekly said the wedding took place Saturday after a couple hosted a Halloween weekend party Friday night where they dressed as characters from the 1980s film classic Back to the Future. Chung, 32, and Greenberg, 37, have worked together on 3 films, including Already Tomorrow in Hong Kong, and began dating in the spring of 2012. They announced their engagement in 2013. Movie star Will Smith celebrated his daughter Willow Smith's 15th birthday with a touching message on Facebook. The heartfelt tribute was posted Saturday, 1 month after Willow made headlines for signing her first major modeling contract with the same agency that represents Kendall Jenner. The actor wrote, "Happy birthday, my bean, 15 years today. When you were born, it took about 2 seconds to realize that I was willing to die for you. Thank you for correcting my heart and teaching me how to love without constriction and conviction." In October, will return to music with his first single in 10 years by teaming up with Colombian band Bomba Estrello for a remix of their song Fiesta. The popular tune was nominated for Record of the Year at the 16th Annual Latin Grammy Awards, where the 47-year-old is set to perform. A white 2003 Cadillac Escalade ESV that appeared on The Sopranos is being sold by Boston-based RR Auction. The vehicle belonging to the late James Gandolfini's mob boss character Tony Soprano and was seen on screen during the last 3 seasons of the award-winning HBO series. Gandolfini prominently signed the interior of the Escalade twice in black felt-tip pen, once inside the driver's side sun visor. It said, "Thanks for the truck, James Gandolfini," and also on the panel above the glove box, James Gandolfini. A recognizable prop from one of the most acclaimed television series ever produced. Robert Livingston, the executive vice president at RR Auction, described the high-end item. Bids for the auction will be acceptable from November 12th to the 19th. In the Heart of the Sea released a dramatic final trailer starring Chris Hemsworth. The 32-year-old Australian actor portrays Owen Chase, a real-life sailor who was first mate on the whaling ship Exodus. The preview, released Sunday, sees Owen and the crew come face-to-face with an enormous sperm whale that destroys their vest and leaves them shipwrecked. In the Heart of the Sea is based on the Nathaniel Philbrick nonfiction book of the same name, which explores the 1820 sinking of the Exodus and the harrowing events that follow. The story of the Exodus inspired Herman Melville's classic 1851 novel Moby Dick. The movie is directed by Apollo 13 hammer Ron Howard and opens in theaters December 11th. Benjamin Walker co-stars as Captain George Pollard Jr. with Cillian Murphy as second mate Matthew Joy and Tom Holland and Brendan Gleeson as cabin boys Thomas Nickerson. Hemsworth is best known for playing Thor in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and will reprise the role in Thor Ragnarok. He is also slated for The Huntsman with Charlize Theron and Ghostbusters with Kristen Wiig and Melissa McCarthy. Kate Winslet said she has banned the use of social media inside her home primarily because she believes it isn't good for young women's self-esteem. The Oscar-winning actress opened up about the ban in an interview with the Sunday Times, mentioning how social media can negatively impact young women. Winslet said it has a huge impact on young women's self-esteem because all they ever do is design themselves for people to like them. And what comes along with that? Eating disorders, and that makes my blood boil. And that is the reason we don't have any social media in our home. The 40-year-old star, who is the mother to daughter Mia, 15, and sons Joe, 11, and 22-month-old Bear, discussed how she and husband Ned Rock'n'Roll have tried to cut down on their family's usage of phones and tablets by encouraging their kids to play outside and partake more in family activities. She says, let your kids climb trees, take the device out of their hands, play Monopoly. You go to a cafe, and grown-ups are at one end of the table and children at the other on devices, not looking up. Winston made it clear, though, that she isn't interested in becoming a spokesperson for parenting in the digital world, and that she's not, quote, another celebrity on a soapbox thinking they've got the answers. But she does realize how technology can be disruptive for families. She said, they go into a world and parents let them. It takes every member of a family to be a member, and there are too many interruptions these days, and devices are a huge interruption. Winston last made headlines in September when she opened up about her previous marriages. Star Trek will be returning to the small screen in January 2017. Alex Kurtzman, producer of the sci-fi television hits Limitless, Sleeping Hollow, Fringe, and Alias, and co-writer-producer of Star Trek Into the Darkness, is behind this new take on the cult classic series. The new Star Trek was picked up straight to series at CBS, with episodes then airing on demand and digital platform CBS All Access. The subscription service is $5.99 per month, and all the previous Star Trek series is available there as well. Star Trek will be the first original series for CBS All Access. There have been many incarnations of Star Trek on television. The series originally ran just for 3 seasons from 1966 to 1969, but became a huge hit in syndication. Next came the animated series from 1973 to 1974, The Next Generation from 1987 to 1994, Deep Space Nine from 1993 to 1999, Voyager from 1995 to 2001, and Enterprise from 2001 to 2005. Of course, several Star Trek features hit the big screen as well with great success. David Stapp, president of CBS Television Studios, said in a statement, "There is no better time to give Star Trek fans a new series than on the heels of the original show's 50th anniversary celebration. Everyone has great respect for this storied franchise, and we're excited to launch its next television chapter in the creative mind and skill hands of Alex Kurtzman, someone who knows this world and his audience intimately." In the Real Housewives of Orange County reunion finale, Vicki Gunvalson admitted that her guts says that her ex-boyfriend Brooks Ayers does not have cancer. On Sunday night's show, Gunvalson's former friend Shannon Beador presented host Andy Cohen with a copy of Ayers' supposed cancer report, as well as what Beador is calling the real report. The document presented in front of her fellow housewives showed that Ayers' papers were fraudulent. After an entire season of defending Ayers, Gunvalson said she's finally given up. She says, "I don't have any proof that he doesn't have cancer, and he won't give me enough proof that he does. I've been busy with my business in this big house, and I'm like, there has to be truth in this stuff." Gunvalson says that the turning point came for her this summer, which also is when the couple ended their relationship. She said, "I really questioned him and said to him, this isn't making sense. Why won't you give me your reports?" According to the housewives, Ayers would reply, "You have no right. You're going to take them to the women." As expected, the ladies didn't take this admission lightly and continued to give Gunvalson a hard time. Cohen was quickly to defend the flustering Gunvalson. He pointed out, "That's a very important thing. She's admitting something to you guys. You've been accusing her this whole season." When asked by best friend Tamara Judge why she would lie, Gunvalson said she's not sure. She said he was getting so quiet mouth about including me on everything that I just wanted to say, "You know what, this is your baby. I'm going to work. I'm going to handle my family. If you have cancer, if you don't have cancer." Selena Gomez showed her appreciation for Amy Schumer when she presented the comedian with the Hollywood Comedy Award during the Hollywood Film Awards. Gomez took the stage Sunday at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, saying she was honored she was chosen to introduce Schumer instead of the 34-year-old's famous best friend Jennifer Lawrence. The singer said, "I talked about her obsessively. I tweeted her often. I tried to impersonate her, and it doesn't really work. I actually just met her, so basically what I'm saying is I'm really happy that clearly Jennifer Lawrence wasn't able to do this tonight because I love you." She continued by saying, "You inspire me to not take myself too seriously. When I sit on my couch sort of endlessly depressed about certain things, you constantly make me feel like I'm a badass. Though most of the time I am not. You say the things I wish I could say, and you never ever make me feel bad for anything I do in my personal life, even though you don't know me, so it's fine. Let's make it clear. I'm a huge fan." Schumer appreciated all the praise and pointed out that she wanted the pop star to present the award. She said after taking the stage, "I didn't even ask Jen. Selena, you were my first choice." Amy Schumer tweeted later on, "Here's who I love. At Selena Gomez is an angel. Thank you for you," and the hashtag Hollywood Film Awards. The Trainwreck star took to Twitter later in the night to thank Gomez alongside a photo of the pair meeting on stage. Other honorees during the event include Robert De Niro, Will Smith, Carey Mulligan, Benicio del Toro, Jane Fonda, Joel Edgerton, Ridley Scott, and the cast of Furious 7 and Straight Outta Compton. Gomez herself will be honored at Billboard's chart topper at the upcoming Women in Music Awards ceremony in December. Kim Kardashian poked fun at herself by dressing as 2013 Kim Kardashian for Halloween. The 35-year-old reality star spotted the floral Givenchy dress she wore while pregnant with her first child daughter North to the 2013 Met Gala. Kardashian is currently pregnant with her second child, a boy. She captioned a photo of herself in the outfit on Instagram. "Still fits. I think I nailed the Kim K costume." The gown was widely criticized at the time, with many comparing the print to a floral couch. She and husband Kanye West welcomed North in June 2013, and the 2-year-old went as a ladybug for Halloween. Kardashian's younger sister Khloe Kardashian, meanwhile, spent the holiday with husband Lamar Odom in the hospital. The former NBA player is on the mend after being discovered unconscious in a illegal Las Vegas brothel October 13th. Khloe Kardashian revealed Sunday on Twitter, "No, I didn't dress up. I was laying low at the hospital." Viola Davis was flattered to report her daughter Genesis dressed as her for Halloween. The 50-year-old actress shared a photo of the 4-year-old holding a trophy while wearing a white dress reminiscent of her mom's 2015 Emmy Awards outfit. The star captioned the picture, "So the Elsa costume didn't work for her. The pirate, a no-go. So she finally said, 'I just want to be you, mommy. So, this is me.'" Davis became the first African-American woman to win the Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama for ABC's series How to Get Away with Murder in September. She previously told Ellen DeGeneres her daughter supported her the entire way. The actress recalled following her win, she said, "Mommy, you don't have to be afraid of losing. You're still my favorite girl. That made me cry, but I was like, I don't want to lose, baby." Davis and her husband Julius Tennant, a 61-year-old actor, married in June 2003 and adopted Genesis in October 2011. The actress is also a stepmother to Tennant's two sons from previous relationships. Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon reunited on Halloween for their kids. The 45-year-old singer and 35-year-old actor came together for their 4-year-old twins, daughter Monroe and son Moroccan. Carey dressed as a witch, while Cannon and Monroe and Moroccan went as the Hulk, Batgirl, and Batman, respectively. The singer wrote on Instagram a hashtag Ghoulish time with them babies, hashtag Halloween. Cannon added family festivities, hashtag Incredible Hulk Halloween. Carey hosted a family-friendly celebration at a rented Beverly Hills mansion where she partied with boyfriend James Packer later in the evening. The Fiat featured a dance floor, candy apple martinis, and plenty of Sugar Factory candies. A source told E! News of the estranged couple, Mariah and Nick got along great and were super friendly towards one another. An insider told TMZ Cannon left before Packard showed up at the party. Carey said of seeing her soon-to-be ex-husband to Entertainment Tonight, "It was cool. It was really good for the kids. They decided on their own costumes. They're superheroes. They've been celebrating Halloween since August." Carey and Cannon married in April 2008 and welcomed Monroe and Moroccan in April 2011. The actor filed for divorce in December 2014 after several months of separation, and the pair previously reunited to spend Easter with the twins. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 released a live-action trailer featuring Cara Delevingne on Sunday. The preview plays on the video game slogan, "There's a soldier in all of us," by following every man Kevin as he navigates the game. The character is unstoppable until the 23-year-old English model and actress drop in to seal his thunder. The trailer is narrated by The Wire and Friday Night Lights actor Michael B. Jordan and also features an appearance by Seattle Seahawks running back Marshall Lynch. The new video game is scheduled for release November 6. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 takes place 40 years after Black Ops 2 in 2065 and stars Christopher Maloney as Commander John Taylor, Katie Sackhoff as Sarah Hall, Sean Douglas as Jacob Hendricks, Rachel Kimsey as Rachel Kane, and Tony Amendola as Dr. Yusuf Salim. The original Call of Duty game debuted in 2003 and inspired two sequels, also set in World War II. 3 Modern Warfare installments followed, in addition to 2 Black Ops games and a prequel, and other installments including Call of Duty Ghosts. Delevingne is known for her modeling work with Chanel and Burberry and has pursued acting in recent years. She last starred in Pan with Hugh Jackman and is slated for London Fields with Margot Robbie and Suicide Squad with Robbie and Jared Leto. Mark Wahlberg's The $6 Billion Man now has a 2017 release date, the Weinstein Company announced Monday. The film, based on the classic 1970s television series, The $6 Million Man, will hit theaters on December 22, 2017. Wahlberg is set to star as government agent Steve Austin, who gains extraordinary abilities after being brought back to life through the use of cutting-edge technology. Damien Sifron, who wrote the script for the film, will also be directing as he replaces former director Peter Berg. Wahlberg said in a statement, "I'm thrilled to assemble the $6 billion man for the big screen with the likes of Bob Weinstein and Damien Sifron. We look forward to creating a Steve Austin for the 21st century." We're excited to release the film during the holidays to bring audiences an explosive reimagining of this cultural icon, added TWC co-chairman Bob Weinstein. Filming is set to begin in September 2016 with Stephen Levinson, Wahlberg, and Weinstein all set to produce. Sifrin said, "Writing the screenplay was such a fantastic ride, and embarking on this journey with Mark, Bob, and Steven to take the story to a whole new level is simply spectacular. Growing up, these kind of films left an indelible mark on me, and now it feels so good to be making one." Wahlberg will next be seen alongside Will Ferrell in the comedy Daddy's Home, set to hit theaters on December 25th, 2015. Following the angelic footsteps of Heidi Klum, Tyra Banks, Adriana Lima, Alessandra Ambrosio, and Rose Huntington-Whiteley, 29-year-old Lily Aldridge will don the Victoria's Secret's Fantasy Bra at their annual fashion show in mid-November. According to Vogue magazine, the Fireworks Fantasy Bra took 685 hours to create and featured more than 6,500 precious gems from the label's jeweler Mudward, which totals 1,364 carats. The matching panties are adorned with 126 diamonds and 400 other precious stones. The set is valued at $2 million. Aldridge announced the exciting news to her 2.8 million followers on Instagram. The Victoria's Secret fashion show will air on December 8th on CBS. Here's one of NBC's biggest success stories, keeping The Tonight Show at the top of late-night ratings with bouncy show tunes and cappy games. Now, Jimmy Fallon is also one of NBC's biggest worries. On October 24th, Fallon was stitched up at a hospital in Cambridge, Massachusetts after falling and dropping a bottle of Jägermeister while receiving the Harvard Lampoon's Elmer Award of Excellence in Humor. Bandage Fallon recapped on his show the following Monday. I threw the bottle, and then I landed on broken glass. There were pools of blood everywhere. It's the party guy's third injury in 4 months, and sources say NBC is worried that Fallon's drinking has become accessible. And while they're not doing anything about it yet, it's gone from being a whisper to a chatter, says one industry insider of Fallon's over-the-top behavior. In June, the 41-year-old comedian nearly severed his finger after tripping on a rug at his luxury Gramercy Park pad and chasing his wedding ring on a countertop. Prior to that injury, he had been out dining and posing with wine-drinking friends at Upper East Side Italian restaurant Schilantella. He tweeted that day, tripped and caught my fall. Good thing. Ring caught on one side of the table, almost ripped my finger off. Bad thing. The hand injury required a 6-hour surgery and a 10-day stay at the ICU. 2 months later, Fallon hightailed it to the dentist for a chipped front tooth while he said he got it, ironically, while trying to open a jar of scar tissue repair gel to treat his damaged digit. He tweeted, #best summer ever. Also says hosting The Tonight Show is a very high, stressful, lonely job. The source told the New York Post, there is so much money at stake, the pressure is enormous. An NBC spokesperson responded to the allegations by saying Fallon is, quote, a highly valuable member of the NBC family who is both a tireless worker and an extraordinary gifted performer. His dedication in putting on a great show each and every night is unparalleled, and that it's reflected in the large amount of viewers who tune in. His frequent outrates the broadcast competition combined. We are so proud of his accomplishments on and off the camera and look forward to working with him for many years to come. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1962, the Crystals earned a #1 hit with He's a Rebel, or do they? In an instant familiar to all fans of pop music scandals, a great hue and cry was raised in the press in the music industry when in the late 1980s, dance sensation Milli Vanilli was exposed as mere lip-singing artist. Suddenly exposed as illegitimate, the duo that had earned a #1 hit with Baby Don't Forget My Number in 1989 was immediately stripped of its Grammy Award for Best New Artist. But fans of pop music hypocrisy know that the music industry's definition of legitimate and illegitimate have always been flexible, and that Milli Vanilli was hardly the first chart-topping act with a scandalous secret. Another such act scored a #1 hit on this date in 1962. In fact, when their name appeared at the top of the Billboard Hot 100 charts alongside the song He's a Rebel, a record on which the credited artist, the Crystals, had not sung a single note. Formed in Brooklyn by 5 high school classmates, the Crystals were a legitimate vocal group who managed to secure a contract with the newly formed Phillies record label in 1961. Phillies was under the creative control of the soon-to-be legendary producer Phil Spector, who took the Crystals under his wings and helped them record 2 top 20 hits in There's No Other, which hit number 20 in December 1961, and Uptown, which hit number 16 in May of 1962. While their third release, the Jerry Goff and Carole King pen He Hit Me and It Felt Like a Kiss, flopped when radio stations rejected over its subject matter concerns, the next single release would go all the way to #1. Although few people know it at the time, however, rightful credit for that record belonged to a group called The Blossoms, whose lead singer Darlene Love would earn 2 minor top 40 hits of her own in 1963 with Today I Met the Boy I'm Going to Marry and Wait Till My Bobby Gets Home, who would receive none of the credit for He's a Rebel. When the Crystals were back in New York, Phil Spector chose to record He's a Rebel with the Blossoms in Los Angeles in order to get the record out ahead of the competing version by Vicky Carr. Since the Blossoms and Darlene Love were completely unknowns, the record was credited to the Crystals. The Crystals would go on to earn one more major hit with the song recorded by Darlene Love and the Blossoms, He's Sure the Boy I Love, which hit number 11 in February 1963. They would also earn even bigger hits, however, with songs they actually did record. The Do Run Run, When He Walked Me Home, which hit number 3 in June 1963, and Then He Kissed Me, which hit number 6 in September 1963. Also on this date in 1976, Carrie, a horror film starring Sissy Spacek and based on Stephen King's 1974 best-selling first novel, opens in theaters around the United States. Directed by Brian De Palma, the film tells the story of high school outcast Carrie White, who used her telekinetic powers to extract a violent revenge on her teenage tormentors on prom night. In addition to Spacek, who received the Best Actress Oscar nomination for her role performance in the title role, the film's cast included Piper Laurie, Amy Irving, William Catt, Nancy Allen, and a then relatively unknown John Travolta. Carrie became a classic of the horror genre and is considered by many critics to be one of the best big-screen adaptations of Stephen King's work. And as your entertainment report for Tuesday, November 3rd, 2015, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Mello. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Mello. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com, search for or go to your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.